You're watching Local Edition. I'm Brad Pomerance. Thanks again for joining us. We're joined by Mike Davis. Mr. Davis is a member of the California State Assembly. I thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me,
You've been
Brad.
there for about 6 years, and
That's
I think
right.
this may be your first time to pass a budget on time, meaning
Absolutely.
the body.
Absolutely.
Only 6 times in 25 years has this happened. And so I want to get a sense of the current budget. What's your take on it? I know it wasn't the budget the Democrats wanted in the end.
It was not. It was very difficult, but I think that I'm very pleased that we were able to come together and to pass something on time. What I really think about are the vendors who depend on the state because they're getting paid. And so this year, for the first time in 6 terms that I can remember,
Right.
6 times that I can remember that we were able to do it, made a difference.
Let's talk about one of the vendors, and that vendor would be the legislators.
That's right.
120 of them.
That's right.
Now, when the first budget was vetoed, the comptroller argued that under Proposition 25, a budget had not been passed on time, and as a result, he withheld your pay.
There were many questions about it. Did he even have the authority
Right.
to do it?
What do you
I
make
think
of that?
I thought a big effort was made to pass the budget on time. It appears that the governor felt that those were not solid recommendations for the budget that we had.
But what do you think about the fact that the comptroller used his authority to withhold your pay, and all of you lost about $5,000 permanently?
Well, I can tell you some of my colleagues were less than happy.
Yes. Were you one
with
of
that.
them?
Well, I felt that we had done a good job in terms of submitting a budget, but the governor, gave us another picture.
Right.
So at the end of the day, I'm fine.
You just move on.
Yes, exactly.
Let's talk about the budget that was passed. It is based upon certain assumptions, and those assumptions would be that California will continue to see spikes in revenue. As you know, during the budget debate in June, I guess you could say, all of a sudden the news came in that there would be a surge of about $6–7 billion. As part of this new budget, it is based upon the presumption that another $4 billion will come in. If that doesn't happen, there will be automatic cuts to schools, sick, disabled, poor. Are you concerned about that possibility?
I'm extremely concerned about it, but I don't know what we can do about it given the climate in California's budget process. We still have the same variables that existed last year and the year before that.
Well, you are able to pass a budget by a majority vote, and you did this time.
That is correct, but the core values of both Republicans and Democrats have not changed.
You need 2/3 still to increase taxes.
That is correct.
And that's why you could not get a ballot initiative to extend taxes that had been passed in 2009.
That is absolutely correct.
Was that problematic for you?
Well, I think it's problematic for California. At the end of the day, we still are going to have revenues to reinvest back into programs that help to make Californians whole. And so when you have a group that already comes in with an idea that they cannot do a certain thing to help make the budget happen, it causes a problem.
Okay, I want to shift gears a bit and talk about an exciting conference that's coming up late September, early October. It's the California Legislative Black Caucus Policy Conference.
That's correct.
I presume you're a member of the Black Caucus.
I'm the vice chairman.
You're the vice chair.
That's
and so talk to us about this policy conference.
This conference will deal with the various policy areas that we work on in the state legislature: healthcare, education, which will be headed by our chairman, Curran Price.
Oh, sure. State senator from this area.
Right, state senator. Housing, Steve Bradford and Rod
Also
Wright.
from this area.
And
Also
Senator
from
Wright.
this area.
And then I will be doing a piece on criminal justice and the impact of reapportionment in that process.
Reapportionment.
That's
There's
correct.
no doubt that the lines are shifting, but what we do know is it seems as if you are counting in terms of ethnic divisions that Latinos will do better than African Americans. Problematic?
Well, I don't think so in terms of the numbers. Certainly the purpose of redistricting is to make sure that we count everyone and that we do have the fair representation for everyone. My expectations is that African Americans will stay where they are.
I'm Brad Pomerance. He's Mike Davis. Back to HL.